So let's try out the Midnight Sanctuary. That frame rate. Too much for the Switch to handle. But we don't mind things that fuck with your eyes. Dear Miss Tachibana, my apologies for writing you so suddenly. I am Juan Daisu, son of the chief of Daisu Village. Daisu Village. At a gathering of prominent Christians in Tohoku the other day, I heard your efforts to collect local histories of Christian communities in the region. Daisu Village is a place with a long history of faith, as our village was built during the Edo period of Christian subjugation. And so I was wondering if you would perhaps be willing to visit Daisu and help us fully uncover our history. We recently finished construction of a church, a language of ours, and we feel that now is the best time to compile the story of our past. The village would of course be happy to provide you with your room and board during your stay, and I do not have enough time to read this fast-scrolling text. So as to say, this is a village of Christians that were hiding out from the Japanese government during the Edo period of Christian persecution. Or was it before the Edo period? Anyway. I hope you like cults! Yours remains the guide to our protagonist. Hamomoru. God damn it, I was reading that. That's loud.
この村の方々はよほどの強い信仰を持っておられたのですね。そうでなければこんな山奥にこれほどの大伽藍は作れないでしょう。同じ神に仕える者として誇りに思います。
I could have sworn I didn't have auto scroll text selected, but I could be wrong.
ご案内ありがとうございました。明日改めてこの村の方々にご挨拶する予定ですが、
Inside the church. No one goes inside the
一度見ておき
church.
たくて。ところで宿屋はどちらになるのでしょう。
You'll be staying hither.
あちらですね。ありがとうございます。宿までご案内いただけるのですか？ご親切にありがとうございます。では向かいましょうか。
This game was animated with the latest of quilt technology.
Yo, お世話になります。しかし新しくて綺麗な旅館。
Why do we all look like penguins?
ようこそお越しで。
Come in, let us serve you.
いや、もう久々のお客さんで嬉しくって嬉しくって。うちの村は今村おこし中なんだけど。
Well, good luck with that.
なんだお客さんが全然
Religion is
来ないん
usually
だ
a
わ
reason for people to leave a place, not go to it. Ha 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 ha.
こ
Who
ち
hit
ら
the
がお客
lights?
さんの部屋になるんで。
ありがとうござ
Or
い
is
ま
that the
す。
switch powering down?
明日は日の出すぐ起こしに行きますんで、ゆっく
Sunrise?
りお休みください。
Nice shoes, by the way.
なんだか
Are those Crocs?
勢いのある人でしたね。あなたもこの宿で暮らしておら
Staying
れ
here
るんです
with
か？
me?
あちらの方の部屋なのですね。なるほど。それではまた明日。おやすみなさい。
Be sure to lock your door. Ah! Or else a ninja will get in.
どうしたん？
What?
今この部屋に誰か人が。
人？何かの見間違いじゃねえか？
Fucking ninjas.
確かにいたんです。
Well, you should have left the door open.
まあ長旅で疲れとるんじゃろ。ゆっくりお休みなさいな。
The next day!
気持ちのいい朝で
Oh,
すね。
what a wonderful
で
morning.
も昨晩の人は誰だったんでしょう。気になって朝食が進みませんでした。
結構
You ate a lot of rice.
でも村にはいろいろな名
Or
産
maybe
品
she
がある
didn't
と
eat
か
any rice.
楽しみですね。
And it's poison, so that's the problem.
とにかくまずは聖堂へ向かいましょうか。
Is this a Suda 51 game? Ah! What? Okay, config. Okay, text auto off. Now I can read things. Status of the village. The village would of course be happy to provide you room and board during your stay. You may try our local delicacies to your heart's delight. I look forward to meeting you in person soon, respectfully and hopefully, whatever, Yuan Daiusu. This day of October, Taisho year blah blah blah, 1920 blah. Oh, 1920s, eh? Now, should I read the text or just let the Japanese VA do its job?
こんにちは。お手紙をいただいた立花ハモモルですが。
おお、ようこそおいでいただきました。私があなたを招待したダイウス・
You
ジュア
can
ン
tell
です。
he's an important character because he actually has a face. It's just like one of my Japanese animes.
村のまとめ役なのですよ。
The Overseer.
私はこの村の神父で岡田クロスと申します。
Resident Evil 4.
よろしくお願い
A
します。
pleasure to meet you both.
それに
This is
しても
such an amazing
素晴らしい
cathedral.
聖堂
I
で
guess
す
it's a little
ね。
small, but
この村
I
の
don't know where
皆
to
さん
start
の
looking. The strength of the
大
village's
信
faith
仰心を
shows
感じます。
through in everything. Is that a good thing? Thank you, Miss Tachibana.
見事なもの
Impressive,
で
is
しょ
it
う
not? This is a crown jewel in our efforts to grow the village.
裏を知る目玉なのです
はい
It is.
この
We
大
wish to
仏
push
が
Daiusu Village as a tourist destination, one of Japan's few true Christian villages. Not like those heretics over beyond the way.
ただ
But despite having built this lovely cathedral, what really attracts tourism is local history, local legends, that sort of thing. Since, as a village in Japan, you are full of Christian legends.
はは
Yeah, I suppose.
聞けば
So, Miss Tachibana, I understand you're investigating Christian history in this region on your own, yes?
そこで
So, what I'd like you to do is to compile a summary of the history of our
まとめて
village.
ほしいのです
John, you don't have to ask her all of 5 minutes after she arrives.
は
So basically, you'd like me to put together a tourist guidebook. Is that the idea? A tourist guidebook? I'm not sure I follow.
聞き慣れない言葉だが
Well, you know, a book to guide people. To help a tourist get around the locality. Describing specialty goods and locations. Usually have a lot of information on local history and legends, like what you're talking about. What a magnificent idea! We don't have such things out in the country. Oh, I'd love to hear more, but...
クロス
Kurosu, I need to go attend the village assembly. Show her to the Mario statue, would you? We'll speak later. I'm sorry, he can be rather bossy. I mean, it was a little out of the blue, but his request is very interesting. I'd be glad to help you all. Not for free, though. Thank you, Miss Tachibana. Let me show you the shrine where the Mario statue is kept. In a cave, you say? Yeah. Damn, that's bright. Until the cathedral was finished, this was the center of the village's faith. It's very peaceful, but also kind of solemn. The villagers, I believe, come here to confess their sins before the Maria statue. So it's basically the main pillar of the village's faith. I see. Yeah, you can hear all sorts of sins in here. Huh? Hey, there's something written here, along with the mark, all in red. Sanguis Gruis. I think that's Latin for blood of the crane. Huh? Ninjas! I had no idea. Is it possible the statue has been defaced? Oh, that's right, pardon me. I just remembered something I need to do. What do you plan to do next? I could call someone to escort you if you need. Huh? I already have a guide, and I plan to have them show me around if that's okay. Hmm? Hi. Ah, I understand. Well then, good luck with your work, Miss Tachibana. Okay, shall we go then? Is the twist that we don't actually exist? Let's go explore the back streets. Well, this is closest. What a beautiful view! Isn't it? This is my favorite view in the whole village. Do you come here often? Usually, if I don't have anything else to do. I wonder, do you see a young woman around the inn wearing red clothes?
赤い服
Red clothes? Oh, that young, well-to-do outsider.
お嬢
Are
様
we talking about the same person?
数
I
日
believe
前に
so.
来た旅の
She's
人
a
なんだ
traveler who
が
arrived a few days ago.
しとやかな
She
人
seemed
で
like a
ね
refined, quiet lady.
村人は
She was
皆
so
感心
impressive
して
that everyone just
お
assumed
嬢
she was
様
old
って呼んだん
nobility
だ
or some such.
うーん
Maybe
昨
that's
日の
not
人
who
と
I
は
saw
別
yesterday.
かなとにかく
Anyway,
他に
I
も
guess there are
外
some
の人
others
がい
here
るのです
outside
ね
the...
会
There
って
are
みたい
some
です
others here from outside the village. It'd be nice to meet them. And from there we go to the back streets, even though they're in the middle of the street. Back street cook. Ah. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake
起
you.
こしてしまいましたね
Oh, my. I don't believe I've seen you before. An outsider, are you?
はい
Yes, I'm
こ
here
の
to
村の
research the
郷土
village's
史を作り
history.
に来ました
Oh, I see, I see. Well then, have one of these.
これを食いなさい
Huh?
い
Are
いん
you
ですか
sure?
それは
This is called a saint's bun. Long ago, you see. What? You already ate it? Please, have another.
もう一個やるこの村
As I was saying, long ago, when the village faced starvation, someone came to us from afar. This person saved our entire village and is venerated as a saint to this day. Again? I don't have any more. I'm sorry. No, they were delicious.
大変
Thank
美味
you.
しかったです
Really? I made these saint ones to do my part in helping the village's growth. I also have some saint's udon and saint's hot pot. Would you like to try them?
名前は
The
ともか
names
く
seem a little,
美味しそうですね
they sound good though. Well, take your
ま
time.
あゆっくりしていきなされ
We could visit the graveyard. If each one of those dots is a grave, that's a lot of people that died here. Well, I'm touring the town in order. So let's go see the well. Old stories about the village. The important one is about the saint, for sure.
みんな
Everyone
子
hears it
供
when
の
they're
頃から聞
children.
いてるからこの
There's
村
not
で
a
知ら
soul
な
in
い
the
人
village
は
who
いな
wouldn't
い
know
わ
it.
なる
I
ほど
see.
この村の
Sounds like the
信仰の
saint is the
中心
center
な
of
の
the
です
village's
ね
faith.
あの聖堂
Our
も
cathedral was also built to venerate the saint's miracles.
作られいつかまた
It is where we pray that someday a miracle shall visit our village once more. Why do you pray for a miracle if you don't need one? Won't you support the saint as well? We're making saint
聖
fans.
人うちわをみんなで作るのうちわですか
Fans? Maybe another time.
があれば
I think they mean fans as in the ones that you wave around in the air. What books do they have here? What books are banned here? I mean, if it's a Christian village, I can only
たくさ
expect.
んの本がありますね
What, too soon? Too true? This is amazing! So many books!
こちら
Let's
は
see, this is a
神
book
学
on
の本
theology.
あちら
And
は
those are
小説
novels
や
and
辞典でしょうか
dictionaries, I think.
し
But
かし
still, nothing
この
written
村
specifically
独
about the
自の
village's
歴史
faith and
信仰を伝
history.
えるものはないようですね残念
Well,
ですが
rats. I'll have
他
to
の
look
ところへ
elsewhere.
行きましょう
That was a quick visit. Well, I guess if we're already looking to find out about the history, what better place than a graveyard? City Hall,
あ
maybe?
れ
Ah!
ここは
What's,
すみません
I'm sorry, may I ask what you're doing?
あれ
Huh? Can't you tell? This is a graveyard, right? And we're helping make the village a tourist attraction, right? Ah, so this is a graveyard. I thought so. So, are you doing some kind of test of courage event or something? Now, why would it be something stupid like that? What we're doing here is theater. We're gonna make songs for everyone coming to the village here at the Graveyard Theater. Musical theater? What, like opera? I guess. The view here is good and it's quiet too, right? We were just practicing our singing. Practicing. I see. That's, a pretty bold thing to try. It'll be a production titled The Sing to the Saint. Come and see it once we've got our performance dates worked out. Come on by. Well, it'll be a bit like an outdoor performance at New Year's. So it's a village that's making up a lot of kitschy stuff to sell to tourists. Well, what else are you gonna do? Now arriving. Oh, what are you doing? I'm playing trains. Do you want to play, miss? That sounds fun. That sound fun. No, sorry, I'm not here to play. Miss, I haven't seen you before. Did you come from outside? Yes, I came to Daitsu to learn its history so I can help the village grow. Wow, I really want to see the village get bigger. Hey miss, tell me about the cities. Have you ever ridden a train? Of course. It's very fast, but the cabins are smokier than you might think. Huh. Really? Well, trains are driven by burning coal, you know? You'll really understand when you ride one yourself one day. What's wrong? I have always been kind of weak. They say I can't leave the village. Well, lots of people from outside will come and help the village grow, and that'll be fun, right? So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, it would. Well, don't you worry. We'll do everything we can to make sure the village grows big. So many dojins. None of them good. And I believe the setting for this game is the 1920s sometime. In case anyone was wondering. Oh, I guess the log is literally just rewatch the scene. Though the giant round bird symbol, that's actually a clock, I noticed, now that I look closer. You can see there in the circles the numbers 1 to 12. You can just barely see the number 4 circle there on the corner of the screen right now. Something about time. So, I'm curious, how did the saint save the people of Daitsu anyway? The saint brought tremendous amounts of food to our starving village from parts unknown. What? How? She's eating another thing. We don't know. That's right, it's a miracle. You dummy. And she's eating another one. You'll say that the meat would flow up endlessly at a single word from the saint. That sounds more like water than anything. Ah, he had a portal to the meat dimension. Maybe the myth is influenced by the miracle of Christ feeding the 5,000 in the Gospels? So that's why, in remembrance, I make saints buns and saints udon, which just seem to have much to do with meat. There's a public kitchen over yonder, and our head chef tries out various other recipes there. I think she's busy today, but try going there tomorrow. Yeah, wow, that's great. I'll go there later. Oh, it's nighttime. So of course we gotta go to the hot springs. Maybe later. It does get a little spooky here at night, doesn't it? Are you looking for something? Ah! No, sorry. Just looking for a book to read before bed. Oh, do you like books? I'm glad to meet a kindred spirit then. I'm sorry, do you like books? I mean, I get that we're here in the library, but it's kind of hard to read a book with the lights off. Yes. Actually, can I ask you a question? Are there any books here about the village's faith or history? Oh, I'm sorry, but no, there aren't. You're surely aware that we are a Christian village, yes? I'm sure you know yourself, but Christians were heavily oppressed during the age of the Tokugawa. In those days, you know what the government did if it found a village practicing the faith? Every villager, just like... So there's no records put to paper, no. I see. Thank you, that's very helpful actually. If you'll pardon me. Cool story. I saw an article on some website or other a while back about the descendants of the hidden Christians in Japan, and a lot of them are still doing it that way. Like, it's totally fine to be Christian in Japan if you really want to be, but they're like, well, this is how our parents did it, and that was how their parents did it, and their parents did it, and their parents did it, so it's turned into the tradition. We don't need to out ourselves. It's just how we are. Alright, now we go to the hot spring. Slowly. Or I could forget what button I pressed to select something. They even have hot springs. This really has everything. Wow, let's have a nice soak. Saint Springs opening soon. Oh no. I guess I'll just have to wait for them to open. Denied. I guess that's enough for one day. No written records, huh? That's pretty common for a Christian community this old, though. I heard a lot about the saint today, so hopefully tomorrow I can hear more about the other things. Well, thank you again for staying with me for all that. I hope you'll show me around tomorrow, too. Good night. The next day. The village status is whimsical. Death is whimsical today. Joyful, 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 joyful. Huh? What's going
どうし
on?
たのでしょう。
Joyful, 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 joyful. Huh? It's that girl from before. With the really long arms. Ninja.
何かご用ですか。
May I ask what your business here is? Are you the young lady the villagers keep talking about?
お嬢様ですか。
Yes, they do seem to take an interest in me for some reason. You're not from the village, right?
外から
Me
来ら
too.
れたんですよね。私もです。
Really? That's comforting.
それはここ
I have to admit, I don't know much about Daiusu myself.
私この村のことをよくわからなくて。
So I was wondering, why were you my
なん
girl a
で
few
おと
nights
とい
ago?
の夜は私の何のことで
I'm not
し
sure
ょう。
what you mean. If you'll
それ
pardon
では
me,
失礼します
I
ね
need to。tend to something.
これから用事がありますので。
Huh?
あれ、
Okay,
はい、また
see you
今度。
later. By the way, what are all of you
皆さんは
doing?
一体何をしていたんですか。
Well, you see, we thought she might be the saint and we were offering her our worship. Wow. The
聖
saint
人様
from the stories?
昔話の。
Joyful, joyful.
このま
You
ま
really intend to keep going?
当
Of
然
course. We need to
村おこし
we
で
need to integrate into the modern world if the village is to survive.
この村を近代化せねばならん。
If we don't, what could I ever say to
翼
Tsubasa?
は浮かばれまいよ。
Sorry I'm late. Breakfast was so good I couldn't help but have
朝ごはん
seconds.
が美味しくて。
Oh, I'm sure. Our food is
この
delicious
村の
after
ものは
all.
何でもうまいですからな。村には
Are you
慣れま
getting
した。
used to the village? Yes, I had some saint
聖人
Saints
まんじゅう
buns,
食べたり
talked to some
子供
kids,
と
saw
話
some
をしたり
opera.
オペラを見たり。
Opera? Yes, I saw some villagers practicing a performance in the
村人の
graveyard.
方たちが歌劇を。
So you call musical performance opera in the outside world these days?
はあ、
Well, I think you need a huge theater in Asakusa to really be an opera, but... Miss Tachibana, there's something I'd like to
あ
ask
な
you.
たに改めてお願いしたい。
Yes? Seems you know quite a lot about
あな
modern
たは豊
cities.
かな都会の知識をお持ちだ。
I'd like for you to continue collecting local history, but more than that,
それだけでなく、
would you be willing to give your advice on how our modernization project... Bleh. Would you be willing to give your advice on our modernization project from an outside perspective? Huh?
で
But,
も、そんな
I'm not
コン
really a
サルタントみたいな
consultant.
ことをできるかどうか。
Oh, but you are. Your knowledge of the world today seems comprehensive.
素晴らしい。
With a show of gratitude, of course.
差し当たり
Your meals while here will be
この
free
村では
and...
食事を食べ放題にしよう。
I am at your beck and
協力さ
call.
せてください。
Good.
ああ、
Wow.
それでは
Thank you.
お頼みします。
I
あの
did
子に
promise that boy
約束し
after
ま
all.
したし、
I want
で
to
き
do
ること
everything I
は
can to help.
何でもお手伝いしましょう。
Oh, hey. So is there any reason why I'm going to these random households? What leads me here, of all places? What narrative thread ties me to this locale?
ジュアン様から伺いました。
You're the one investigating the history of the village, yes? I heard from Juan.
はい。
Yes, if you could help, I'd appreciate it. Well, if it's old tales you need, there's one that comes to mind, right, darling?
ね、あんた
Oh, yes,
そうだ
indeed.
な
I must tell you the story of
と
the
いう
crane
話
wife.
がありまして、
That's not a Christian story.
昔
In the old
村の
days,
男
a
が
village
漁
man
に
went
出
out
た時、
hunting and
罠に
said
かかった
saved a
鶴を
crane
助
from a
けたそう
trap.
な
The next
その
evening,
次の
a beautiful lady traveler came to
美
the
しい
man's
旅の
house.
娘がその男の家を訪れ、やがて
Eventually, the
男
man and
と
woman fell
娘
in
は
love
恋
and
に
were
落ち
wed.
祝言を挙げた。
They were
二人は
very,
非常に
very
仲睦まじ
close,
く、
and the people of the
村の
village
者は
welcomed their wedding.
この結婚を歓迎した。しかし、ある
However,
晩、
one evening, while
皆
everyone
が寝
slept,
静まって
the
か
girl
ら
snuck out.
娘が外へ出て行った。
What?
しかし、ある晩、
Good.
娘が外へ出て行った。しかし、ある晩、
Wow,
娘が外へ出て行った。
thank you.
娘が外へ出て行った。
Wow,
しかし、ある晩、
The husband was suspicious and followed her, but she made sure to break his legs. In the sanctuary of the Maria statue, the girl turned into a crane. On seeing this, the husband cried out in surprise by accident. Knowing it had been found, the crane flew away. His expression, a sad one. The girl never returned to the man, or so it is said. Here you are, dear. Some water. Oh, thank you. Hope you'll never fly off on me. Oh, never. I see. That's similar to other stories about cranes you find in folklore. Did that help you at all, darling? Of course. Thank you very much. Is there a guy living in a van down by the river? Is there any sort of, like, clock I should be aware of? Like, I know the emblem there is supposed to be a clock, but it doesn't have any hands or anything. Do I have a time limit on all this? How does this game actually work? How about a stamp card? We could do a morning market. Ah, yes, yes, very good. What are all you talking about? We're coming up with ideas for the village project. John asked us to think of ideas to attract tourists. So you're all thinking of gimmicks. Oh, that sounds fun. Obviously, a stamp collection card based on the village chiefs is the best idea. What? You gotta do the morning market for fresh poison mushrooms. Say again. What? What? You got a problem with stamps? No, my problem's always been you. Don't fight. Fighting's bad, right, Kurosu? He ran away. You baka-ass motherfucker. Go to hell, Oni-chan. Calm down. Let's talk about this. That's a little different than the story of the crane wife I heard. Is that right? Yes. She didn't fly off in the end, you see. She remained in the village and laid an egg. An egg? Yes. It was apparently the child of the crane and the man. A child? So a child was born from an egg? Well, they all are. Technically. Medically. I'm not sure about that. The story just ends with a crane laying an egg. I see. That's a pretty unique ending. Thanks for that. Oh, they have a glass workshop as well. Alright, so here's the theory. Is that symbol actually a clock, or is it supposed to be a map of the village? Oh, no, no. The crane wife didn't leave, and certainly laid no eggs. Huh? So the crane wife. In the end, she was martyred because of the Christian ban. Hers was the tragedy of the age of oppression. Wait, did the crane wife convert? She wasn't a villager and the other accounts didn't mention that. Well, you see, I wonder. Oh, of course, she was always a Christian crane, you see, and came to the village due to the oppression. We're sort of drifting from the idea of being found in a trap here. Are we still whimsical? We are. Okay, cool. So this is the kitchen the old man spoke of. It looks great. Hey, it's that symbol again. Ah, we have a guest. Come on over. So this is where the food based on the same was first created. I heard that meat flowed like water back then. Still hard to believe. Ah, you've heard well. Here, try my specialty. Meat fountain dumplings. I tried to recreate the image of the infinite overflowing meat. My goodness! Meat dumplings piled layer upon layer to look like a water fountain. Amazing! This is amazing! Say, you were talking about the saint a moment ago, yeah? That young noble lady, you know her? She's been asking around about the saint. Huh? Really? I wonder if she's interested in the old stories too. I didn't spend all my time here in the kitchen, so I can't say much, but she asked me, and after I told her everything I knew, she took off without a bite. What a waste! It's such good food too. Oh, thank you for the meal. You already ate it. Well, there's something for your work being appreciated, I suppose. Oh, we've already been to the well. Who's in the water? So if I may, what brings you to Dairusu? My health has been poor lately. I came to convalesce. This village is quiet and pleasant. It helped my recovery greatly. Maybe soon I won't have these black claws for hands. Since I recovered so much, I thought I would see more of the village. Is that so? We have the cathedral, of course, but there are many other wonderful sights. Did you see the hill or the meat market? For example, have you seen our sanctuary with the Maria statue? No, not yet. What is it exactly? Well, it was once a mining tunnel for gold and silver. Oh my. Yes, but the gold and silver dried up long ago, and the Maria statue was enshrined there afterwards. Hey, he has that symbol too. I see. Very interesting. It's a beautiful statue. Please, feel free to look wherever you like. Wow. You know anything about cranes? Hey, don't you think that rich lady is actually kinda unpleasant? You think so too? I said hello to her, but she just ignored me. I bet she's all just stuck up. I bet she's just stuck all that. I bet she's just all stuck up because all the men are just fawning over her. I haven't worried that myself, but I don't know. If we leave it to just the men, God knows what happened with this whole project to help the village. So many people here seem oblivious. Ron's the only one we can really count on. Well, I guess just like anywhere, not everyone gets along here. This is gonna be the best plan for helping the village. Oh boy. Poison mushrooms? A morning market for delicious poison mushrooms. No one else would ever think of this. For a reason. Actually, I saw someone else suggesting the same thing on the street. What? Well,
Nah, yeah.
whatever. I'll work on it on my own.
いいんだ。お互い協力した方
Okay,
がい
but
いと
I
思
think
い
you'd
ま
be
す
better
が。
off cooperating. You know?
にしても毒キノコ
All these poison
流行
mushrooms,
ってるん
though.
でしょうか。
Are they popular or something? I have no words. Have you tried visiting the Maria statue during the day when it's open?
あれは
Wait, isn't that?
変だな。
Weird.
文字
There's
なん
no
てない。
writing. You looking at me?
何を
What
し
are
て
you
いるので
doing?
すか？
Ah! Don't face away from the statue.
あら、
Oh,
こんばんは。
good evening.
何を見ていたのですか？この
It's
マリ
Maria
ア像って
statue.
とっても
Quite
古そう
odd,
でしょ？
isn't it? I was examining the construction of the statue and pedestal to see if I could
像の
determine when
台
it was
座の様
made.
式を見ていたの。
Huh, so you do like
や
old
っぱ
history
り
and culture,
古い
huh?
歴史や文化がお好きなのですね。
Well, isn't that why
だ
you've
か
been talking
ら村
to
の
the
方
people
から
of the
いろい
village?
ろなお話を聞いていたのでは？
Yes, yes, of
そう
course.
そう。それで、
So,
い
do you
つ
know
頃
when
の
it's
もの
from?
かわかりましたか？そうね。
Maybe.
江戸
I
前
think
期
it's
のもの
from
じゃないか
before
し
the
ら。
Edo period.
キ
The
リシタン
oppression
の
of
弾
Christians
圧が始
began.
まった頃、
Must have been their
心
one
の
last
支
pillar of
えにし
faith.
てたのじゃないかしら。これ
This
は
is
い
the
わ
type
ゆ
of
る
statue called
マ
the
リア
Murray
観
Cannon,
音
you
と
see.
呼ばれる様式ね。
It can
観
be
音様という
passed
こ
off
とに
as
して、
Bodhisattva
像を
canon,
忍ん
so
で
they
信
can
仰して
continue
い
to
たんで
worship
しょ
in
う。
secret.
悲し
The
い
one remaining
歴
piece
史
of an
です
ugly
ね。
history, huh? Oh, it's too long. Oh, this is that book on theology I've been wanting to read for
レア
ages.
神学書です。
This library has a huge collection. How did you get them all?
どうや
あ
Oh,
あ、
Pastor
それを
Okada
集め
assembled
たの
this
は神父
collection.
のクラスね。
Wow, he's really serious
宣
then,
教家
huh?
なんですね。
What?
そう。
He's
あ
always
の
loved
子は昔
books.
から本が好きで。
Well, it's a
かわいそう
pity.
にね。
かわい
Where's
そう。
the... Huh?
この村
Well,
の
my
信仰っ
face
て
here in
ちょっ
Dire
と
Stew
変
is a
わ
little
ってるでし
different
ょ。
than normal. Well, it is,
ユニークです
unique.
ね。
世を
After all,
忍
we
び
were hidden and
孤
isolated
立
for
して
so
暮らして
long.
きたから、
We hardly obey Christian
随分
orthodoxy
正
anymore.
統から離れてしまった。あの子はそのこ
He's
とを
long
知っ
since
て
realized that, and it still bothers him. Well, if you're on tours of prayer
ジュアン
words,
の
well,
村お
perhaps I
こし
will
が
close
成
the
功
gap
し
a
たら
little.
そういうギャップも減るかも。
な
I
るほ
see.
ど。
That's
そう
one
いう
way to
考
look at it.
え方もあるわけですか。
いけない。すっかり長話しちゃった。
Oh, listen, me growing on like this. Well,
じゃあ
good
また
night.
ね。
Give them
あ
both
の子
my
たち
best,
を
would
よろ
you?
しく。
Give
Hi.
who?
おやすみなさい。
Probably City
今日
Hall.
はなかなか面白い話が
We
聞
heard
け
a
ま
lot
し
of
たね。
interesting stories today, huh?
お
Everything
嬢
that
様
young
に
lady
も
read
会えまし
everyone
た
talks
し、
about so much.
歴
She
史や
seems
昔
to like
話
history
が
and
好
stories,
き
so
な
I
ような
think
の
we'll
で
get along.
仲良くなれるかも。で
Well,
は、
I'm gonna get some
明日
sleep,
に
so I'll be
備
ready
え
for
て
tomorrow.
もう寝ま
Good
す。
night.
おやすみなさい。
That same night at the cathedral. I'm getting tired. It's 1:46 a.m.
おや、今夜はお一人です
Alone
か？
tonight, are we?
落
The
成
day of
式の日も
completion
近づ
ceremony
いている
draws
ので
near.
皆気合
Everyone's
が入
getting
ってい
into
ます
it.
よ。今
Many
年は
distinguished
人
guests,
が多いし
many distinguished guests have come to us this year. Perhaps. Yes, she seems
特にあの
especially
女の子が有
promising.
望です。あの人たちから
Please don't let her
目を
out of your
離さない
sight.
でくださいね。
Bum bum bum. Alright, I should plan on what I want to do today. The mythology of the village seems to center more on the crane wife and the saint. Both of them are entities from outside the village, earned in a mystical light. I'll look for any other similar stories while keeping an eye out for the tourism project ideas. Well, nowhere else to go. Well, how about some big cool fireworks? Yeah, that'd be nice. Young lady, what on earth are you? Oh, we were just talking over ideas for tourism projects. We? How very curious. Curious? I think it's normal. Everyone's working really hard. I debate that. The villages are divided and no one's working with anyone else. They say they want to grow the village and attract tourists, but there's no theme to any of it. You really expect such an effort to go well? No, that's not how it is. It'll be fine. I'm going to help and make sure it succeeds. Oh my, I wasn't denying the possibility. Really worrying. I'll be looking forward to seeing the end results of all of the hard work. Well, there's a walking animation for you. Thanks, Miss Hamomoru. Yep, leave it to me. See, that's the big boss. Got baited into making something. That's the big boss I got baited into making. Okay, I'd like to continue this, but as you may have heard, I am falling asleep at this controller. It's almost 2 AM right now, and since I have to wake up at around 7 or 8 in order to stream the raft with John Fan and Mo, I need to wake up early-ish. So I'm going to actually stop here and sleep. Says of Hamomoru and the village. Okay, so both of them. This seems kind of neat, but I feel like the art style is more distracting than anything else. It's not helping with my narrative at all. It's not helping with my appreciation at all. It's very distracting and kind of irritating. But whatever. I can deal with it. Well. Anyway. So, thank you all for watching. Tomorrow night, my time, so like 22 hours from now or so, I should be more available and possibly, probably more awake to stream stuff like Fatal Frame, like this, and other games. So if you want to see any of that, feel free to follow the channel so that you can get a notification when I do go live with it. Or so you can see Nam when he decides to stream, whenever he decides to stream now that he finished Dead Space dude's face. Alright, game. Don't autosave probably, but whatever. Ugh. Alright, later all.